Hello to my Taurians and happy birthday. All right, Taurus, let's get right into it. Let's see what's in your cards. We just had a full moon in your polarity sign, Scorpio. So we are still in full moon phase, even though technically it's a waxing gibbous moon for those of you all who follow the moon phase. And the moon, I believe, by the time you see this video, will be in Capricorn, right? So Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. So if you're going through a Saturn return, major life changes happening for you, maybe like you're closing out cycles in your life. We just had like I said, we had a full moon. We're still in the full moon phase. And so if you're uprooting somewhere, you're going somewhere, like changing jobs or relocating or any major life changes, make sure you're protecting your energy regardless, right? Not irregardless, regardless. Protect your energy. But we do have a full flower moon in Scorpio, right? So if you're planting some new seeds to grow to grow your money or to grow your love life and your personal, your professional life, make sure you're protecting your energy, right? So make sure it's in fertile soil. You got the proper water, sunlight, air, all those wonderful things. Let's get into it. All right, already prayed over your cards. Here we have, I am filled with energy, right? So Scorpio and Aries are ruled by the energy planet, which is Mars. Mars is the Tower card. So you're having a total recall. So you may be getting some messages from your ancestors, and just kind of the total recall what your purpose is. So that's where you want to go into prayer mode. Prayer and meditation and just getting structured, right? So if you're having a recall of like what your purpose is here on planet Earth and you're trying to structure it, put some things in order. So maybe you remembered, hey, I need to write that. I need to get back to writing that book, or maybe I need to get back to something that I started creating. I wanted to create, add some structure to it, right? Whatever it is. You went saying you wanted to plant some seeds to do whatever. Maybe you want to start a garden, whatever it is you're trying to do, right? So let's get it. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading. Let's go. Something, whatever it is you're trying to grow. You don't want to put any energy towards anything negative, right? You're trying to break those cycles. You're trying to break generational cycles, chains, and curses, and put your energy towards something positive that you want to grow. Definitely not something negative. You're going to put it into that. 811, faith-filled, right? Not fear-filled. So nothing putting energy towards anxiety that's going to fill you with anxiety. So the inspiration is divine. So divine would be from source. Your angels call on you to take actual steps towards your inspired thoughts. All of those ideas and spiritual downloads that you've been having are from a higher power. So journal about a dream that you have, then list 3 steps that you can take today towards it. Making it a tangible reality. So remember that the smallest steps are the most important. That number 11 right there. So source really wants you to stay focused. 811. 11 is a master number. 8 is the money exchange number. So that top window for that 8 is where source is saying, I gave you a vision. That fire, that yellow right there is like, I'm shining a light on some kind of vision that you have, or that sunlight. That color yellow is the sun, right? So it's like you have some kind of secret dream that you've been trying to fulfill. It's like somebody has some kind of secret dream that you've been trying to fill, and it's all you need is a little bit of faith. The faith is the size of a mustard seed. Like, what are you waiting for? Get off that fence. That's the number 11. So you've been initiated by God, Most High God, the Creator. So source is saying you're filled with all this energy, and you can, instead of being fearful, and waiting for somebody to push you off the ledge, okay, all right, I'm scared to do it. It's sink or swim time. Which, some people do it, knees knocking, teeth chattering, scared to get out on stage like little star. Everybody has their star to follow. The structure that you can add to it is to pull your birth chart. That's the structure. You're an earth sign, so you may want this physical existence of something. Pull your birth chart. North Node, right? Your sign rules second house. Second house is all about the personal resources, money habits, possessions, values, financial security, self-worth, and also your income, right? Source very seldom gives you gives you something that you can afford, gives you an idea that you can afford. It has to be something faith-filled, because otherwise you be like, okay, I got the money, I'll do it whenever I feel like doing it, right? I got the money, I can do it whenever I feel like. So it's like, nah, you're being called because you're already qualified, right? Talk to somebody else who's had to follow a dream and they didn't have the money to do it. Talk to somebody else who had to go strictly on faith, right? Didn't have the money to do it. Had to leave a job, and you in between the job, and you're like, you know what? I'm about sick of them people. I'm about sick of them peoples. You know what? People gonna laugh at me if I read cards. I'm about sick of them people. Sick of this, sick. Right? They gonna laugh, they gonna laugh at you. Like Carrie, the movie Carrie. They gonna laugh at you. If I start that ministry, they're gonna laugh at you. If I start that business, they're gonna laugh. Right? But something is like fire shut up in someone's bones, and Source is saying, yeah, laugh. Yeah, they're gonna laugh. But Source called you to do it. Right? And so it's time to put those hands together, pray about it, ask Source for complete and total clarity, have Source to put that plan together, right? And I'm going to give you some questions because the moon has moved into Capricorn by the time you watch this video, and I'll give you some questions because that's where the structure comes in. So the moon has moved out of Scorpio. You've made some peace with some things, or you may feel like you made some mistakes in the past. Some seeds were planted, you were scared, didn't have the right people around you to help to bring some things to fruition. And a lot of it is that you may have had negative energies around you, right? So yeah, trust your first mind. Trust your first mind. Adjust your crown. Adjust your crown, right? Pray for them, right? Your ancestors are proud of you. That's why your ancestors said they brought you too far. Your ancestors ain't playing. What did they make all them sacrifices for? For you to be scared? Yeah, you may be nervous, but that's what's getting around people who keep you enlightened about how they got there, right? It's time to release the burden. Time to release the burden, right? It's time to schedule a vacation. You need to get around some people. I'm telling y'all, it really is about getting around some people who is going to tell you step by step how they did it. Not them people who keep you in the dark, being shady. Well, I don't really know. I can't really tell you how I did it. I just, they skipping steps. No, I need steps. Okay, tell me, even if you have to write it in crayons, tell me how you did it. I don't care if you think I need a remedial course. Tell me 1 through 10. I need step 1 through 10. I don't care what you think. I need to know step 1 through 10. I don't care what you think. And add a little extra for razzle dazzle. If you think I need extra stuff, I don't care what you think. I need step 1 through 10. Okay, can you keep explaining it to me till I get it? Right? Somebody failed at stealing your identity. Yeah, heart chakra cleanse. Yeah, so your head and heart won't be at war with each other. Yeah, so you can release unforgiveness for energies when you're asking questions, and you can find things that you have in common with people. Find out what you have in common with people. You learn how you learn. Everybody learn how they learn. Trust your first mind. You learn how you learn. Right? So your ancestors are proud of you. Learn how you learn. Somebody failed at stealing your identity. Nobody can be you but you. Message from your ancestors. I'm telling you, your ancestors are not playing. Look, your next love interest will make you happier. Yeah, somebody was trying to box you in. You are loved and protected. Yeah, your ex was on an assignment. I don't know whose ex was on, somebody's ex was on an assignment, but be patient, the answers are coming. Yeah, get locked in and laser focus. Yeah, your laughter is medicine. Yeah. Yeah, don't nobody have time for people who trying to rush you to hurry up and learn something. If you need step by step, yeah. See, somebody was in a relationship with somebody who was in competition with you. Anyway. Anyway. Yeah. You don't need to be friends with somebody who's competition with you. You don't need to be in a romantic relationship with somebody in competition with you. You know, go sit on the opposite side of the table, for real. If you want to be the op, you need to be on the opposite side of the table. Let me know up front if you're the op. Like, listen, I need step 1 through 10. I don't need you to skip a step. I don't need to be set up for failure from the beginning. If you're the op, let me know up front. I don't need no hidden agendas. You doing stuff in secret, hey, go. If you're gonna op, wear an op t-shirt. You sneaky, be sneaky to let me know. So anyway, that's what I'm saying here so far. So source is saying to you, yeah, faith-filled right here. You the op, be the op. Okay. With no sneakiness. So that's what I'm saying here. Trust your first mind. Trust your first mind. Trust your first mind. So adjust your crown. Adjust your crown. Adjust your crown. Pray for them. Your ex was on an assignment. Whoever your ex is, it could be an ex-friend, ex-love interest. It could have been somebody you thought was your best friend. Could have been a business partner. Whoever it is, whatever. Whoever, whatever. If they was an op, now you know. It's been exposed. The end. Close out the cycle. Uproot that mess. Okay, it's time to make room. Plant some new seeds. Let's go. Okay? Let's go. Let's get it. Let's go. Ex is on an assignment. Now you know. The end. All right? Let's wrap it up. Close it out. Let's go. Okay? Saturn return. All right? Major life change. Major life change. So you're filled with energy, but you're trying to get structured. You don't even need to talk to or about. Let's close it out. There it is. You're trying to expand. There it is. Nothing to talk about. Cut ties. Let's go. Cut ties. Cut ties. Nothing to talk about. You're not trying to grow with somebody who you feel like is the opposition. There it is. Operating the spirit of love. You're not trying to cut ties with anybody you see as the opposition. They see you as the opposition. You're not trying to cut ties with them. I mean, you're not trying to grow with them. That's it. Yeah. Here's the 8 of Swords. You're not trying to swap destinies with them. That's it. You're not trying to be them. You're not trying to swap destinies with them. Listen. Oh, 8 of Swords, you're not restricted. When you look back, you're restricting yourself. It's not, when you look back, this is you looking in the mirror. You can't, at this point, you shouldn't even be able to see aligning yourself with somebody who sees you as opposition. For real. I mean, it's just on that. That's it. Yeah. You're not going backwards. You're not going backwards. They got an issue with you being on center stage. They feel like they got an issue with everybody who's on stage because they don't know what their purpose is. They feel like everybody want to be on stage, but they want people clapping for them when they're on stage. Everybody has a purpose, right? Just like this sun sits behind this moon. See, okay, I gotta pull this up. It's like this sun sits behind this moon right here. Everybody has a sun sign. Everybody has a moon sign. They got an issue with everybody who has a purpose. And when you're operating in your sun, like when you're operating in your purpose, it doesn't matter who it is. It exposes their secret hate. They go right in trying to divide and conquer. So it's just like you don't need people like that around you. That's not even. It may take a minute for people to get that, but during the Saturn return, it seemed like it's more prevalent because of the way they talk to people. They cross all kinds of boundaries. The way they talk to people, just very hurtful and very disrespectful and rude towards people. But see, they know who to talk to like that. They're just very bullying type of spirits. They know who to talk to like that. Right? And so Source wants you to work on yourself. Wants you to work on yourself. Here's the Queen of Pentacles here. So somebody had to go down a rabbit hole, to look at something, you know, to see, you know, to pay attention to something, because somebody was blindsided behind closed doors. Somebody was blindsided by two people. Yeah. Because somebody was trying to save up some money. They were trying to hold on to some money. They were trying to make some, they were working hard to try to hold on to some money. But people were being shady towards them. Right? People was being shady towards them. Like working hard, you know, trying to bring judgment down on them. They were obsessed with bringing some kind of judgment down on somebody, like literally upset, trying to end somebody's star. Somebody's working like a workhorse, trying to save up some money, trying to be conservative with their time, and somebody had to go down a rabbit hole to try to figure out what the heck was happening and what was going on. Because these energies were being ruthless. So somebody's not coming back. Somebody's not coming back to these two karmics. Somebody's moving. Yep, somebody's moving, not coming back. Two people aren't coming back. Two people are not coming back. Yep. So in hindsight, now somebody sees something. In hindsight, right? Just how cold-hearted somebody was. A shark. I don't know who this water sign was, who this water sign is, but somebody is a cold-hearted, manipulative shark. So somebody's cutting ties. Somebody's cutting ties and no longer talking to somebody. So that's what you and somebody have in common. That's what you and somebody have in common. But you're filled with energy and you're learning how to put your emotions to the side. With somebody you have in common, you're learning how to put your emotions under lock and key and think logically when you're taking action. So it's time for you to schedule a vacation. Like I said, your laughter is medicine, but you're learning how to walk away from karmics. Put your emotions to the side and learn how to walk away from karmics. Yeah, so some good news is, you know, somebody loves you deep. That's the good news. Somebody loves you deep. Somebody thinks that you're a good parent. And Source is saying that God has your back. Instead of you looking at somebody else has your back, a human having your back, God has your back. Right? God has your back. And so, Source needs you to pour more into yourself so that you know exactly what your soul needs and operate in faith. Get off the fence. Get focused on what your purpose is on planet Earth. So you can take, so a lot of your wishes will become fulfilled. Yeah, Source needs you to get off the fence. It's taking too long for somebody to kind of sort of take action. It's like somebody almost like needs to be pushed. You know, and so you have a lot of ideas and Source needs you to take action. Like just pray about it. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you're going to see how quickly Source is going to answer your prayers. You're going to see how quickly Source answers your prayers. I feel like somebody's like looking for something to be perfect, but you just need to get around people who are going to keep you enlightened. They're not looking, Source is not looking for perfect. Your Source already qualifies you. Yeah, you're going to be around some people who are going to nitpick every little thing and tell you that hey, this is not right, that's not right, this not right, that's not right. But they're going to do things how they do them. You're going to do things how you do them. Hey, you know, but Source called you. Source already qualified you for something, so get focused. Yep. So step out of your comfort zone, North Node. Find out what your North Node is. Pull your birth chart. I have a link for birth charts below all of my videos. So go check it out. Go check it out. The number 28 is significant. Exploration. Something has come to an end. Something has come to an end. See if we have something else. A Leo is a Scorpio or Leo. Something has come to an end. A lot of feminine energies in here. A lot of opposition in here. Yeah, so some new seeds were planted. New seeds were planted to grow money for a legacy. And that's it. Yeah. This looks like there's a bunch of confusion. Looks like there's a bunch of confusion. Looking at the cards here. Anyway, that's what I have for you. So I just need you to step out of your comfort zone, get to your North Node. So, but something has come to an end. That is what I have for you. I'll see you in the next reading.